Today on Brilliant but Lazy, Thor, Thor is definitely a bore. It is the love and blunder, plus a couple of things that have happened at San Diego Comic-Con. Gonna be a pretty shorter episode today, and I'm doing things a little different. But I have a guest, and it's gonna be pretty fun, so let's go.
Brilliant but lazy.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Mason, and it's Brilliant but Lazy episode 4. I think it's either 3 or 4. Pretty sure it's 4. And it's perfect. Oh my gosh, that's perfect for Thor 4 bore. So, first off, though, I got a guest on today, and it's my boy Isaiah Swish.
What's up, y'all?
Good to have you here, brother.
Thank you, man. You too, man.
Yeah. Is that a turkey?
Oh, sorry.
This is my boy today. Yeah, so, before we start, we're going to do the Bible verse of the day. It's
trust ye in the Lord forever, for in the Lord Jehovah is everlasting strength.
Wait, let's look at the NIV.
Sorry, y'all.
Wait, trust in the Lord forever, for the Lord himself is the rock eternal. Not Dwayne Johnson, but like God is our everlasting rock and our present help in a trouble. And it's good for us to remember that always and know that like God is always there for us, and He is everlasting. Let's say like a rock, because He's like a rock. Like nothing can shake Him. Like He is present, He's steady, He's staying. And we need to trust in Him and trust that He will not be shaken, and we will not be shaken in our faith, like in Him. So that's amen to that, and I receive it, and well.
And you can find that in Isaiah 26.
Isaiah 26 verse 4. Isaiah.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for bringing us Isaiah.
Yeah, my book. Not my head. I swear.
But okay, so it's brilliant but lazy. So okay, let's talk about the few brilliant things that we recently saw. I recorded our reactions. We recorded the reaction to the Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer. That trailer, I don't know if I would say brilliant, but it was at least good. It was a positive thing to come out of Comic-Con. The Shazam trailer was a positive thing to come out of Comic-Con. I'm actually excited for both of those. And the announcements for the Phase 5 movies of the MCU. So they are announced they're going to be doing like an Agatha Harkness show. They're doing a Daredevil, I think it's Daredevil movie. I don't even think it's actually a show. I think it's a Daredevil movie, like Daredevil Born Again. And if it's like with Charlie Cox and everything, I'm really stoked for that. I mean, I'm still excited for Blade. And then they have other things. They have a new Captain America movie, Captain America New World Order. I don't know how I feel about that. Just the title. Like straight up NWO, New World Order. That's a little weird for me. It's a little too like on the nose of current like politics and stuff. I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know if that's gonna be good. I mean, I don't have a complete problem with Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, but like literally, instead of him being Falcon and becoming Captain America, it's a demotion.
You've got to do better, Senator.
Look, I get it, but you have no idea how complicated this situation is.
You know what? You're right. You know what? You're right.
Then shut up.
Like, I don't know. You just wish that like Steve Rogers could have had a son or something, maybe, and that would have helped with Captain America mantle, but I don't know. At least he actually like is being Captain America, and instead of I don't want this shield, this white man shield, whatever. But like, it might be good. I don't know. We haven't seen a teaser trailer, nothing. I'm very skeptical because like, I'm still a superhero fan, still a Marvel fan. I mean, got Spider-Man on my shirt, like. I still love Spider-Man, but like the state of Disney, the MCU, I think I've covered this, I've talked about this. I talked about this last week with freaking Miss Marvel and the X-Men or the mutants. They're wanting to just call them mutants because that's apparently sexist. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. So, I don't know. The only thing I'm really excited for, I'm honestly excited for the Spider-Man freshman year animated series because, I mean, I love Spider-Man, so, and I'm definitely going to review it and let you know if it's trash or if it's good. especially coming from my standpoint. The X-Men 97 series might be good, but it might not. I have no idea. I mean, I'm very concerned with the X-Men and the MCU. I'm excited for the movies, like the Avengers movies, the names, because it's Avengers the Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars. Like, they're actually legitimately going to do Secret Wars. It's not a rumor anymore. It's not a speculation. It is a confirmed thing that Avengers... So wait, let's see. Avengers Endgame was 4. So Avengers 6 is going to be Secret Wars.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know what they're going to do, what they're going to try to... If they're going to try to bring anybody back, if they're going to do multiverse stuff. I mean, it's a lot of different possibilities, but hopefully the multiverse doesn't make it to where, like, it's all pointless pretty much. Like, that nothing matters. I mean... It's funny, I was just talking to my wife about this, is the whole, like, because I was talking about I would love if Iron Man could come back, but Robert Downey Jr. himself even said, if I come back, what's the point of my death? Like, so, like, and with Secret Wars, I'm pretty sure Iron Man was involved. I thought Tony Stark wasn't involved in Secret Wars, but I don't know. I actually wasn't able to read Secret Wars, even though it wasn't that long ago, but...
Well, I could safely say, he wasn't really in the original one.
Oh, Tony wasn't?
Nah. So
that sucks. Dang.
So, but that would help though with them trying to, like you said, don't cheapen his death or trying to bring him back into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Secret Wars. I don't think that's a big storyline though. I don't think you can do that in just one movie though. But they did it with Infinity War. But Secret Wars is kind of broader,
But see, Infinity War, they didn't do like every single bit of it from the comic. They kind of took bits and pieces.
Oh yeah, cut around it.
Yeah, I mean, in the Infinity War book, freaking Thor got turned to glass and he died. I mean,
Yeah.
Iron Man got his head ripped off. Spider-Man got his head bashed in with a rock.
God damn.
I'm pretty sure that all happened.
Hey.
I mean, because I was curious when the movie was coming out because I never really read it, and I looked up the original Infinity War and I saw these little pictures on from the comic on Google and everything. And I was like, what the heck? That's crazy. So. But did you ever read Secret Wars?
Not really. I kind of just I listened to this little kind of the audio of it.
Was that on Comic Story?
Nah, it was Comic Island. I was listening to him kind of explain it, talk about it, or talk about what was going on, and yeah, it seemed pretty good. The guy who was reading it or telling us about it, he didn't like it a whole lot. He would give it a 7 out of 5. So, I mean 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, but it was still a good, decent story. The modern one is kind of, in my opinion, better.
Oh yeah, because I remember they had that first one back in. They kind of had it around the 90s or something, and they even had episodes of the Spider-Man animated series that were loosely based on Secret Wars.
Yeah, that was.
And that was that's when Peter. Apparently, that was when the symbiote suit was debuted.
Yeah, that's what I was. That was weird to me too when I found that out. And yeah, he did get the suit during that storyline.
That first one.
Yeah, that was weird.
I kind of hope that they have. I was telling him this yesterday. Marvel could go either way right now. It could be really good or it could be really crap because they keep putting all this woke stuff, all this identity politics, diversity. I'm not against diversity. I'm against forced diversity and the tokenism of people. That just doesn't make sense. I mean, and then pushing the gay agenda stuff, and then with Disney with their not so secret gay agenda. I mean, if they keep focusing on that and doubling down, it's not gonna be for me. I'm gonna stick to the old MCU, all the old comics, everything. I just bought Spider-Man Life Story yesterday. I really want to check that out and read it. I might even review that. It seems like it's gonna be really good. I'm looking forward to the Rippaverse still. Eric July, my man.
Shout out to him.
I'm Eric July, founder, owner, and writer. Welcome to the Rippaverse.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get my book next month, and I'm definitely going to read it and review it. I'm going to start doing stuff like that on my Mason Parker channel, and I actually, I haven't uploaded it yet, but our reactions to the trailers and stuff is going to be on my Mason Parker channel, so go check that out. Are you going to get have you gotten the Rippaverse yet, the book? Not yet.
Not yet, but I need to do that. I need to pre-order to see, and I kind of like this because unlike the other Marvel stuff and DC stuff, this I can start with it like officially, like start with this universe. You know what I mean? Yeah, and continue it or follow it. Without being jumbled everywhere, confused.
Yeah.
And support him and support this idea that this movement he's kind of started. Where we kind of have to put things into our own hands, man, because this stuff is ridiculous. Like, good lord,
Yeah.
like the quality of comic books is just.
It's comic books, it's movies, it's show. You can barely escape it. Like, it all started with the Disney stuff and the fact. I mean, my wife, she loves Disney so much, and then now it's come after freaking Marvel. It's come out DC, Spider-Man, everything. It's like you can't have anything, And it's just a thing, though. It's just you always have to check yourself, especially as a Christian, though, that you make sure you don't make an idol out of any of this stuff, and that you always put Christ first and make sure Christ is the head of your life. Never let it be above Christ. But it's also, I mean, you can have hobbies that are in their proper place, but it's just like they're coming after everything. Like, they want everything. You can hardly have anything anymore. So any shining light, anything. That's why I wanted to do this more of like, when I started doing it, the brilliant but lazy. Talking about brilliant stuff, but most of it, lazy. Like, but at least there are some good things. Like, those 2 trailers are pretty good. And like I said, with the titles, I'm excited. Because the positive way that they could go is if they just focus on the story, focus on the characters, leave all that stuff out of the way, all that mess out of the way. Because Secret Wars could be a really good story. I'm really excited because I feel like they could take elements from the old one and the new one and bring it all together. They could bring together like different versions of characters meeting. Some people are gonna die though. That's gonna be a movie where a bunch of people probably get killed off or die. I mean, it's an endless possibility, but they need to also make the multiverse a thing to where it makes sense, but it doesn't cheapen or devalue other people's characters or other movies, other stories. Because if it gets to a point where literally the fans can tell that Marvel doesn't care or they think everything is a joke, then why do we care? Why are we going to care? Why are we going to not think it's a joke? And the only other thing I want to say is the Spider-Man freshman year stuff. I've seen the pictures and everything. I'm going to make a video by myself about it, really like explaining and talking about what I've seen. But I am excited for it. The designs look really good. I had a friend tell me it kind of looks like it would be like a spiritual successor to Spectacular Spider-Man. I can kind of see that, but it also kind of looks like an animated version of the old comics, and that's what's actually pretty cool. Like, Peter has his big glasses almost like this, and he looks like an older design, and it looks really cool. It looks good. I feel like it's going to be a good series, but it would only really be good if it's a standalone, because they're trying to say it all takes place before Civil War when he shows up in the MCU, and he has like a regular Spider-Man suit. He has these other suits. Looks like Daredevil might be in it, and I mean, that might make sense, but it might not. I don't know. And then freaking Norman Osborn shows up, and that's another thing. They kind of freaking tokenized him. Like, and I mean, people are like, oh, we got the waves, but I mean, I get waves in my hair and I'm white. What do you mean? I mean, it might be good. I mean, but that just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I love Norman Osborn, I love Green Goblin. I'm always gonna like Willem Dafoe's best, or like other animated versions, but like, this is the thing, they could try to get away with it in animated versions of stuff like this.
Ain't gonna fly this time, man. That don't make it doesn't make sense to me, because like you were saying, I was looking at the photos and everything, the Marvel Studios logo at the top, Spider-Man freshman year. It's like, is this show, like, the big question, is it connected to the MCU? Like, is it connected to the Spider-Man, like Tom Holland Spider-Man? Because like you're saying, if it was, it does not make sense.
Yeah, I've already seen a lot of people saying it doesn't.
Like, no. And because the way he was acting, like, during, like,
Civil War.
Yeah, Civil War and Homecoming and the movie before, or Far From Home. Yeah.
And then the biggest thing in No Way Home, where Tobey Maguire's Norman Osborn shows up and he's like, Oscorp doesn't exist, my son, I have no home, this universe is different. And then literally, whenever Tom's Spider-Man first meets Norman, he doesn't have any memory or recollection of ever knowing a Norman Osborn. That's the first time he's ever seen or met a Norman Osborn. So, like, I don't know. This is the whole thing, like, also with Eric July said, continuity, respecting the customer, everything. It makes sense. Like, it seems like they don't care. like I have to wait until it comes out and actually watch it, because I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be excited and looking forward to it, but I just don't want to be let down. So,
Cause I saw, cause I saw like photos of Scorpion in there, and
that's weird.
I was just like, no, that's not how I want to see Scorpion in the MCU. Like, or actually, Scorpion ever. This would be the first time we see Scorpion in like live. Well,
I thought he was in Homecoming.
What was he?
He was like hinted at.
He was. He sure was. But when you see him like suit up, I think he's a little too small for Scorpion though. But that's another thing. Like, I'm just being honest. Yeah, Scorpion's big and swole, but we want to see Scorpion like suited up and just go toe to toe with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get this.
But I hope and pray. I shouldn't pray. It's not that serious as a Spider-Man show. I just hope it's good. But I'm not even gonna get started also on like the Kraven the Hunter stuff that's supposed to come out too, and the other stuff Sony's doing. Spider-Man is just. They're coming for Spider-Man, and Spider-Man's also, there's just not that many good things going on right now with him. I mean, like, I had to get a different story and a different book. Like, literally in the comics right now, they're trying to make it to where he's not with Mary Jane, he's not with his kids, and it's stupid. Like, he literally, you're telling me Peter Parker failed his marriage. Like, I don't want to read that. He shouldn't, they're just going to try to be like, oh, well, it makes him stronger as a character, and he gets through, he perseveres. Okay, I get it, but, like, he can be Spider-Man and like have a family, have his marriage work. Like that's beautiful. That's awesome. That's a great thing to see for a character. So, but I'm not gonna get too much into it. We actually need to hurry up, get to the Thor review.
Yeah, but I just want to finish what you said about Spider-Man. Is like, that's what makes him more relatable too. Is like he's a married man, struggling to balance his superhero life with his his family. And that's relatable to all of us because we had to balance our time. With our work and family members and stuff like that. Our personal issues or personal things we got going on,
Yeah.
That's why Spider-Man is great, like you said, it does suck. They're trying to deconstruct him, make him worse and bland because they keep, like, they're doing the same old stories and whatnot and tokenizing.
Recycling stories. Yeah. Spider-Verse after Spider-Verse. Everybody's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Everybody can be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And it's getting too much.
Yeah, because you already done it. It's like, you're tired of it now. Like,
yeah. But when everybody's super, no one will be.
Yeah.
And when everyone's super, no one will be.
But okay, the laziness. We need to kind of wrap this up pretty quick. But okay, Thor: Love and Thunder. What was it that you said? Somebody else said, like about the jokes or whatever.
Oh, Death by 1,000
Death
jokes.
by 1,000, yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
And they're not funny. They don't hit. They don't hit. There's literally a kid in the theater where we watched it, like this little kid, and I did not really hear him laugh hardly at all throughout the movie. That's bad, considering the fact of how much kids kind of take part in this movie. And it's marketed toward kids.
Oh my
and
God.
this kid's in the theater not even really laughing at anything. Literally, I mean, the story's kind of stupid. Thor's an idiot. He's a total idiot, and I hate the fact that they've like really demasculated and dumbed him down as much as they have. I will say the positives: his relationship with Jane.
Jane?
I especially me be married. I loved that. I loved seeing that. That was very sweet. Kind of tugged on my heart. And the stuff with her dealing with her having cancer, and they're trying to make it work. The fact that they fixed their relationship and everything too. That was nice. That was nice. They did that. There's stuff at the end with him and Gore's daughter who gets brought back to life. Is pretty good. Yeah, this is spoilers by the way, in case you couldn't tell. So, but yeah, I mean, it was literally just as bad as I thought it was going to be, and kind of wish we would have done something else. But I mean,
they don't hit.
It was okay to get that experience, so we can let y'all know. Yeah, it's not just reviews or review bombing or what. It's actually that bad.
Yeah,
it's a 5 out of 10. I mean. The screaming goats, I could not deal with the screaming goats. I wanted them to get shot. Like, I couldn't deal with screaming goats. There's just so many different things. They're supposed to be funny, they're not funny. I mean, just way too much. Way too much over the top comedy. It doesn't hit. Like, we need to be able to take certain things seriously. the action was all right, but the action was a little weird. And I mean, Thor's also, he's OP, so it's like unless whenever you finally get to the fights with Gore, though, Thor and Gore's fights, they're pretty good. The fights are actually really good. But really, like, my biggest issues also is like the fact that we have to hear King Valkyrie. She should be a queen if that's the case. And then he tries to basically make it to where Jane is better than him. Jane's better than him in anything. Like, and her acting wasn't that good. Just being honest. I no offense to Natalie Portman. I couldn't take her seriously. I mean, I can take Chris Hemsworth and everybody else in the movie pretty seriously. It just feels like Natalie Portman's like one of those like nice moms. Like, and this isn't an insult. Like, it seems like she's a nice mom, and that she doesn't ever really have to do anything to be like threatening or mean. So she doesn't really have experience. So it's like it's a little cringy, but.
She brought the hammer down though a couple of times.
You want me to put the hammer down?
To eat my hammer or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, she was just like.
And it's Mighty Thor. It's not Lady Thor.
It's
whatever.
not Mighty at all. We already have Mighty Thor.
It's just Thor. That's his name. That's what he's born as. I mean.
I didn't get. And then there's complaints about calling her female Thor. That's what she is. What?
She's a female.
She is.
And she's supposed to be Thor.
Yeah.
What is a woman?
Mighty female Thor. What?
The only other things I want to say, he gives the power of Thor to these kids. Couldn't he have done that before to the Avengers? The Stormbreaker can be used as a Bifrost to get to this thing that literally gives you anything you want. You can wish for anything you want. Why didn't Thanos do that? Why hadn't the Avengers done that? That's crazy. Sure. Like, Christian Bale was good as Gore, though. He was pretty good. But he could have been used a little bit better. I mean, his motivation to be... This is what I want to say. I am just very blessed and glad as a Christian that it's not like that for when you worship pagan gods and fake gods. Because in this movie, they're fake gods. This is obviously fiction. They're not gods. These are characters, people playing characters, and the characters are supposed to be gods, but they're not. There's only one God, and that's Yahweh. There's only one Lord, that's Jesus. And I'm just very thankful for the fact that, like, in real life, heaven and worshiping God and being a Christian and being a good servant and fighting the good fight, running the race, keeping the faith, it's not pointless. It doesn't get to anything. Would you accept Jesus as Lord and Savior, you make him Lord of your life, you believe he was raised from the dead, you'll have eternal life. Like, you know, you can be saved and have eternal life forever, Jesus. And it's like, I'm just really happy and blessed. That's how it really is in real life. And then this stuff with this, though, it just sucks, like, trying to portray that, you know, oh, there's nothing, it's just death. But then at the end, they try to make it about love, and at least there's love. But, I mean, it's just knowing the truth about things in real life. I know this is just a movie. But, like, some of the lessons about love are kind of good. But, I mean, like, I don't know.
The only thing for, like, he was, like, one of the first guys Gore kills was, like, the only thing for you after death is more death.
Yeah, and that's not true.
He was such
that's
a
terrible. Yeah.
He was terrible, man.
Yeah. I thank God that that God is not like that, Jesus isn't like that. So, but besides that, I mean, I do like at the end, like I was saying, the whole choose love, it's supposed to be love, but like make sure you know the right thing about love, like speaking the truth is love, and that God is love in real life, you know. But in the movie stance, it was nice that they fought and Jane tried to sacrifice her, or she sacrificed herself pretty much, and then Gore wished his daughter back and he died. But I don't know how I feel about this, that he's raising the daughter. I mean, it'll be different if once they kind of time skip and the daughter gets older. I just hope that she doesn't try to replace Thor or something. I mean, it gets to a point where you don't really have to replace all these characters. Just make new characters. Even if it's for the movies and it's harder, just, you know,
yeah,
try to do that. But
you see, this is one thing, you know, that the studios and movies and TVs can do, like the Arrowverse. You know, the Arrowverse had original characters, so Marvel should kind of focus on, or not focus, but, you know, sometimes slide some original characters in there. This is someone we made specifically for the movies, and then
or like the new characters in the comics too.
Yeah, start putting them in there. You know, stop
and then build it. Well, they're trying to do that, but just the bad thing about it is that most of them are tokenized.
Oh yeah, see, that's another issue we were talking about, because like going back to what he said earlier about diversity, tokenism, and all that stuff, like, or like Falcon, for example, you know, just make an original like black character, original gay character. You know, if you're gonna do that, don't just give them.
Even though I don't agree with the
leftovers.
gay stuff, I don't agree with the gay stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like don't just give them like or anybody like just hand me downs or whatever. You know, versus for a previous character, just make an original character. How hard is that? You know, that makes that
it would
character
be better to make an original character that's like that. Even, but me personally, I just don't want any gay characters. I'm just being honest. I don't want any. But at least make it to where it's original.
Yeah.
But I honestly, at least don't do it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just back to the movie again. It's 5 out of 10. It just, I felt like I was being insulted. My toe was being insulted, and I was just like, I was getting through it. I mean, I just hope that they do another Thor movie with him, and Chris Hemsworth's Thor gets some more redemption and becomes more of a serious, like, bad A character until he dies or they write him off or whatever in the movies. But that's I'm done. I'm talking about that's it.
Because the post credits, yeah, from what it looks like, they're setting up another Thor. They have a good blueprint.
Yeah, with Hercules.
Yeah, and Hercules and that Zeus little conflict with Thor, so they can probably do something big with all the gods having a beef with Thor or something. And it looks like Hercules is gonna beat his tail. I'm just being honest.
That would be actually a good fight and good if they do it seriously. And Taika Waititi needs to get the boot.
Yeah, no more. That's it, man. Like, we need to be a little more serious. Like, because I know Marvel movies are known for the comedy, you know, Marvel comedy, but this time it was just too much of it, and you know, we just kind of wanted like a good balance of action and comedy, you know, again.
Yeah.
And yeah, because that. But I'm also excited for that Hercules being in the MCU though. That was cool. He looked good too. His costume looked good, and there's a
good setup.
Yeah, it's really nice to see like more gods get added to the MCU besides just, you know, Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
And I would give he said a 5 out of 10. I would say like a 60% out of 100. Because I'm just being nice. I like Thor. I'm a Thor fan, so I'll give it that like 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. But I mean, at least we can look forward to certain things, and it's not all doom and gloom. But we also just need to keep our eyes focused and support things that don't really hate us. Like, I feel like I wish I could get my money back for the movie, honestly. So, but not again. I'm not doing this again. But yeah, you guys have a blessed day. It's brilliant but lazy. A little shorter version day, but yeah. I'll see you guys later.
Peace.
Yeah, peace. Hey guys, so real quick, I know the video is pretty much almost or probably already over from Brilliant but Lazy, and that was a couple days ago with my friend Isaiah, but I had a real quick thought too that I forgot to even mention, and I didn't even bring it up, and I can't believe I didn't do it. I think I was just so focused on the few things that I thought of and mentioned, and was really focusing on getting that stuff out of the way, and I was talking about it with Isaiah, the Swish, and I'm taking my glasses off for this one real quick. I don't want the glare happening. This is serious. So my two biggest gripes actually really now with the movie are, seriously, we have Korg, his whole race, apparently this was in the comics though, but his whole race is supposed to be men, and there's literally a scene where he has a rock monster gay partner named Dwayne who has a mustache, and they hold hands over a volcano to try to like have a little Korg baby.
You serious?
Like, you can't make this stuff. Like, you could make this stuff. I guess somebody had to make this stuff up. It's freaking crazy, ridiculous. And then the other thing is that literally, this is a movie. Parents take their kids to see Marvel movies all the time. They feel like they can take kids to see superhero movies, Marvel movies, and not worry about it. And there's literally a kid that was sitting in front of me and my friend Swish, and he was sitting and watching it by himself. He looked like he was maybe 10 years old or so, and he's sitting there watching it by himself, and literally there's the scene where Thor goes and sees the gods, so-called gods, and you know, they flick the thing. He's like, you flick too hard, and you can see his whole butt sticking out. Nobody needs to see Chris Hemsworth's butt. I know there's going to be a lot of women that disagree, but keep your fan fictions to yourself. Anyway, and there's literally Zeus comes up and he's all like, oh, you want to say stuff to us, Thor? You disagree with us? You're not going to be involved in our next orgy. I'm like, you said what? Orgy? This is a superhero movie. This is not a kid's movie, but kids are in this theater because it's a Marvel movie and people think it's fine. Disney has a not so gay agenda, and they have some weird fetish with orgies and making characters bi, and it needs to stop. I'm beyond done with it, and I'm looking forward to other people who creating alternatives and to the idea of me creating my own alternative in the future. And this needs to stop. I really do pray that this stops and we get good, better quality stuff out of Disney, Marvel, Star Wars. I'm gonna have some other videos up this week talking about other things, and I'm gonna be hopeful about certain things, but my hope is built on nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. And bless y'all, you know, and I just pray this stuff stops. But alright, you guys have a blessed day, night, whatever time it is. God bless y'all. Love y'all. With great power comes great responsibility, and Disney's being very irresponsible and very reckless and very stupid. So is Marvel, so is Star Wars. And DC, a little bit too, but alright. But this, at least we have the things we have. The things are going to be coming up. And, you know, God is good all the time. So, love you guys.